All right, peace. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, give honor and praise to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. Giving double honors to 7130 South Chicago that taught me this truth. Giving double honors to all the brothers and sisters that the Creator has woken in these last days. With that being said, peace and shalom. All right, brothers and sisters. I'm going to be reading from this article, Al Jazeera, right? And the title of it is Israel's War on Gaza Live. U.S. vows more attacks against Iran linked groups, right? So the article says, it says, Palestinian news agency Wafa has reported that at least 2 children were killed in an Israeli attack on a kindergarten in Rafah, southern Gaza. Houthi officials say United States raids. It says Houthi officials say United States raids in Syria, Iraq, and Yemen will unite people against the American colonial presence in the region. And see, Muammar Gaddafi, this is what he was talking about before they end up assassinating, basically murdering him. Is that he too was trying to gather all the Muslims together to fight against the West. You know what I mean? So like now, Gaddafi, he's been dead for a couple of years now. But like now these people, they starting to do that. You know what I mean? So it says the death toll from air raids in eastern Rafah has risen to 24 people as Israel say it is planning a ground invasion of the dangerously overcrowded city. It says fierce fighting, air attacks, and shelling have been reported in Khan Yanis, including in the vicinity of European Gaza Hospital. He says at least 27,365 people have been killed and 66,630 wounded in Israeli attacks on Gaza since October 7th. And see, this is what a lot of people have been like protesting about, is because they're they're basically saying that Israel, they're not just going after Hamas, they're going after the Palestinians just as well, and that they're killing men, women, and children. So it says the revised death toll in Israel for October 7 Hamas attacks stands as 1,139 people. So, you know, and see the United States, the reason why they upset with the United States is because the United States is funding this. You know, they sending billions of dollars over to to the Jews, and they're basically funding them wreaking havoc on these people. But see, from a spiritual eye, what's taking place? These nations, they're about to be ushered into what you would call the Third World War. And see, the Third World War is going to be fought air, land, and sea, and it's going to be fought between these different fractions of religions, whether it be Judaism, Christianity, or Islam, right? Because all of them are part of what you would call the Babylonian mystery system, or aka Roman Catholicism. See, so this fighting is going to increase, and basically it is increasing because they've been trying to cause for a ceasefire, but see, This is really the day of Yah, is because the Creator is in the process of removing a lot of these folks off the scene that's following after these false gods. See, so let's read the scripture and then we're going to expound on what's going on. So it says, the 16th chapter of the book of Revelation. I'm going to start reading at the first verse. And it says, "And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of Yah upon the earth." And this is what we're looking at when we see a lot of terror and destruction around the world. See, they fighting in Ukraine. They fighting in France. I think France or Spain. See, they fighting in South America. They fighting all over the place. It's because the world is following after the traditions of men that has been established at the at the Tower of Babel. See, and all these nations, what they doing is, see, they have what you would call a conquering spirit. Because let me hit you with something. If the Muslims had nuclear capability, they had all the control over the planet, meaning that the control over the natural resources, they able to build nuclear weapons and things. They'll do the same thing. See, they'll put their foot on other people's necks. So what's going on is that the Creator is leading these nations to war against each other is because why? 19 chapter, 17 verse, this is what you would call the great supper of the mighty Yah. See? And that's why it behooves us, brothers and sisters, is that we have to learn how to develop a personal relationship with the Creator for ourselves. It's because if we don't do this, we're going to have a major problem. See, we're going to be caught up in this. And see, 26,000 or 27,000 people, that's a small number compared to the billions of people that's going to be destroyed on the face of this planet. See, World War One and World War Two, it was over 20 some, almost 30 something people that died during World War One and World War Two. It was millions upon millions of people that was hurt during that war, and they was dealing with conventional weapons. But now they have what you would call these hydrogen bombs that's able to levitate whole countries. See, this is what we looking at. And see, America is under divine judgment. This is why she's continuing to fight against these various of different militia groups, is because eventually America and her allies is going to be destroyed off the face of this planet, brothers and sisters. And a lot of these folks are going to be these people that follow Islam, Judaism, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, all these isms. They're going to be wiped off the scene. See, it's because really what they doing is they rebelling against the Creator. See, the Creator never created the religion called Islam. The Creator never created a religion called Christianity, Judaism. See, all these different various of religions. And as a result, what's going on is that the Creator is in the process of doing what? Wreaking havoc. So the first verse, it says, "And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, Go your way and pour out the vials of wrath of Yah upon the earth." See, what is that? Death and destruction. See, wars and rumors of wars. Mischief upon the people. because the people, see, they don't know the Creator. It says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which have the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. And what is a grievous sore? See, old wounds that hasn't never been healed. See, when you kill 27,000 people, people is not gonna forget that. See, you look at the scoreboard, y'all playing the Super Bowl, you 27,000 points, right? Nah, y'all in war, and the scoreboard, you 27,000 dead, over 27,000, and only got 1,100 and something dead. See, people is not gonna forget that. And that ain't just the 27,000 that they killed recently. It has been a lot of people that they have killed over the years. So this is a grievous sore. Look what America did to the Native Americans. See, they have never forgot that. And see, even to this day, the people the people around the world, they celebrate what you would call what? Thanksgiving. See, Thanksgiving it's supposed to be a day of people coming together, but basically, really, it's the most disrespectful uh, holiday that's in this country. Is because it shows you how they raped and pillaged and robbed the Native Americans. See, and also they tried to breed them out of existence by doing what? Raping their women. So when it's talking about that it's going to send what you would call a grievous sore, right? Let me see that again. Yeah, it says, fell a noisome and grievous sore upon men which had the mark of the beast. And what is the mark of the beast? It's the philosophy and teaching of the Gentile world power system. See? Because we look at these different religions and things of this nature, but it has the residue of the old Babylonian mystery system. See? And there's a lot of infighting amongst these nations. So these people, they're going to be doing what? They're going to continue to fight each other until the Creator does what? See, because this is what you would call a build-up, right? When you start a pot of water, you put the water in the pot, and then you cut the fire on. Let's say you got cold water. It's going to start out as cold water. It's going to be cold. But eventually it's going to start to warm up, and then it's going to start to heat up, and then it's going to start doing what? Boiling. And that's what's happening in the earth today with the nations. See, when we look at the events that's taking place on the world stage, things are heating up, see? And basically, and also it's starting to do what? It's starting to boil, see? And what do I mean by that? It's starting to boil, meaning that there's no wisdom in the country anymore. See, when they was fighting those wars back in 1948, 1930s, and things of this nature, eventually they was able to come to the table and stop those type of things, right? When Israel and Palestine would get into it in the 90s and stuff like that, they was able to come to the table and sit down and come to a common solution. You know what I'm saying? But now they can't even do that now. They don't want to. See, they don't want to come sit down. Benjamin Netanyahu got on national TV and he referred to the Palestinians as who? The children of Amalek. So he went to a Bible verse and said that what? We're going to kill the dog. We're going to kill the cat. We're going to kill women and children. See, we're going to kill the man until we have wiped them off of the earth because the Most High put it in our hands to do so. But what this guy don't even understand is that even though they not the nation of Israel, but see, when our ancestors was talking like that, they was under the influence of the adversary because what type what type of God would tell you to go in the village and kill everything up in there? See, that's why John said, test the spirit and see if the spirit is of the creator. But see, that's the hatred and that's the grievous sore that the Jews have for the Palestinians. See, I remember when I was a young kid, I was watching this series on HBO, and it was talking about the Jews and stuff. And you know, you're a kid, you don't know what's going on. I was a teenager, and I was watching this, and I remember, I think his name is, I think it was Ariel Sharon, one of them, or one of his colleagues. He made a statement. He said, "Man, we're not gonna finish fighting until we have wiped every Palestinian off the face of this planet." See, he said that. So Benjamin Netanyahu, uh, regurgitating the same rhetoric as his leadership did during that time. See, that's the same spirit. And if they the people of the Bible, see, why they can't call on their God? Why is their God is technology? Why they gotta go up in there and kill everybody? See, that's because they hate these individuals. And that's why the scripture, and see, that's just not happening over there in the Middle East. That's happening all over the world. See, that's happening all over the world with different fractions of people. And that's what I'm saying, that this thing is starting to heat up. See, because they don't want to come to the table no more. It's just like the Bloods and Crips. See, they do a peace treaty here and there, but the next thing you know, they ain't doing no peace treaty no more. If I see you on the street, it's up there until it's stuck. See, it's stuck. You know what I mean? Meaning that what? We ain't no negotiations. If I see you out on the street, I see you with your mama. It's up there. And that's how these dudes is coming. And that's why the creator got to do what? He got to get these cats off the scene, is because see they destroying the water, they destroying the air, they destroying the food. See, this is the basis of man fighting here, y'all. These are the most disrespectful people on the face of this planet. They don't care about humanity. See, all they care about is what? Power and prestige. They talk about the Bible, but see, they not godly, y'all. And it says in the first 16 and 2, it says, "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them that worship the image." And what is the image? It is the philosophy and teaching and the spirit of the old Babylonian mystery system, brothers and sisters. It says, "And the second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as blood, and as dead men, and every living soul died in the sea." And the sea represents what? Unorganized humanity, brothers and sisters. And what is the blood symbolizing? See, it's the destruction and terror that is on the planet with the people. See, because when you build a house, on when you build a house and it don't have a proper foundation, it's not gonna stand, brothers and sisters. See, because these nations are under the influence of the adversary. So that's why the sea is riddled with blood, is because why? It's because they continue to fight against each other. See, there's no love amongst the people. And it says, um, the fourth verse, one second, the fourth verse of the 16th chapter of the book of Revelation, it says, and the third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and the fountains of water, and they became what? Blood. See, like I say, the sea and the rivers represents what? Masses of people. See, the elites and the masses under the influence of the adversary. And what are they doing? They fighting. See, they want to take over different countries and things of this nature, move people out of their houses. Did you see the Jews on there a couple of years ago? How they was bulldozing those people's houses because they want to take over their land. See, and what's going to happen after that? That's why you have things like January the 6th, January the 7th. How those Palestinians went over there and they so-called committed a crime or act of terror. See, but it ain't necessarily an act of terror. It's because they're being preyed upon too. So it says, and I heard the angel of the waters, thou art righteous, O Yah, which are and was and shall be, because thou hast judged us. For they have shed the blood of the saints and the prophets. How did they shed the blood of the saints and the prophets? Is because why? They put us in captivity. See, all these folks, these people that we talking about, Jews, Christians, Muslims, see, Hindus, Buddhism, see, they all exploited the so-called black man. The Catholic Church, they all have exploited us. See, they all have exploited us. They put us in captivity. They didn't show us no mercy. They changed our names. They killed our leaders. And they created new leaders to do what? To keep us docile, brothers and sisters. This is how this is what the Creator is saying, for they have shed the blood of the saints and the prophets, and it says, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. Because what are we talking about? Revelations 13:11 says that what? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. See? See, you can't pick up a gun and shooting people and think that the same thing ain't gonna happen to you. You can't conquer a people and think you ain't gonna be conquered. See? But the conquering that we talking about, what's gonna happen to America and the European common market system is what? That they're gonna be destroyed by what? Thermonuclear warfare. That's what's gonna happen. So it says, and I heard another out of the altar, even so, Yahweh Elohim Almighty, true and righteous are thy judgments. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. See? And what does the sun represent? The sun is basically representative of what? The Babylonian mystery system, brothers and sisters, aka Roman Catholicism, aka the Roman Empire. See? Because they was that beacon of light that shed false light to the world, brothers and sisters. And how did they scorch the people with fire, scorch man with fire? By doing what? The people took on their spirit, and they become conquerors just as well. Whether they merchants or they soldiers on boots on the ground, they are great thinkers, right? They inventors and things of this nature. But when they go around the world, what do? They preach a false democracy, brothers and sisters. See, America today is the light to the world today, but see, America is nothing but the Roman Empire, brothers and sisters. And everybody want to be just like her. That's what the people wanted to be like. See, they wanted to be like the so-called white man. So it says, but America is coming in the spirit of the old Roman Empire. So it says, and the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. And it says, and men were scorched with great heat and blasphemed the name of the Creator. How did they do it? Because they created all these different religions, y'all. See? Because when you on fire, we talking about from a religious standpoint of view, what are you going to do? You're going to go out here and promote your religion. See? Your democracy. This is how they on fire. Each one of these nations that the Creator builds up, because you don't build yourself up. The Creator builds you up. So they build these, so the Creator put these nations in a certain type of position, and what do? They start to conquer other people. This is how they on fire. This is how they scorching people with heat. See? They gonna go to war. See? And when they conquer the people, they gonna set up they customs and traditions amongst the people, and they gonna do what? They gonna brainwash them. And then later on, they gonna become what? They gonna be on fire for the country that they're subservient to, brothers and sisters. So it says, and men were scorched with great heat and blasphemed the name of Yah, meaning that what? They gonna come in a false name. See, Allah, Jesus, right? Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism. So it says, which had power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. Because in the midst of all of this, brother, we gotta be doing our jobs. See, we can't continue to sit on the sidelines. Or we in the game, right? Because you got some people in the game, whether it's football, basketball, boxing, whatever. You train 6, 7 months, and then when it's time to show and prove, you choke under pressure. You choke under pressure. You got people today, they know the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of who they are, but they scared to talk to people. They don't want to show their face. See? You get on the phone with them, they scared to talk about certain things because why? They got the spirit of what? Peter before Peter was converted. See? And then you got some people they don't come out of that. So it says, and men were scorched with great heat and blasphemed the name of Yah, which had power over these plagues. And they repented not to give him glory. Why is that? Because see, when they hear the true gospel of the kingdom, they gonna reject it. See, they gonna reject that. What you this the so-called Negroes, Israel, see that they're not gonna follow that. But you're gonna have some people of other nations, they gonna follow you. See, because why? The second coming of the Yahshua HaMashiach is what? The nation of Israel under the influence of the Creator, y'all. See, and they gonna see that. They gonna see brotherly love amongst us. And they gonna want to serve our gods. But see, a lot of these folks, they not gonna repent of that. See? And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness. And they gnawed their tongue for pain. See, because why? There's no light out here. See, we thinking that we're in the light, but really we're in darkness, brothers and sisters. And blaspheme Yah of the heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. See? And this is the trials and tribulations that the human family is going through. And when they hear the true light has come, they're going to do what? A lot of them is going to reject it. It's because why? The Creator is not in their understanding, brothers and sisters. See, you can't come to, you don't choose the Creator. The Creator chooses you. See? And it says the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great rivers Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. See? And we understand that certain aspects of the river over there is dried up. But what is it talking about symbolically? There's no wisdom over there no more. See? Ever since the nation of Israel left, ever since the nation of Israel went into captivity, the land been in what? Utter darkness, brothers and sisters. And the people that's over there today, they're about to fight. See? And a lot of them is gonna lose their life, man. It's because they don't know the power of the true God, but they about to find out. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna cut this off.